Chemistry is the study of change, growth, decay, and transformation. It's all of life, right there. I have spent my whole life scared. Ever since my diagnosis, I sleep just fine, because I realized fear is the real enemy. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No, I am the one who knocks. A man provides, even when he's not appreciated or loved. He bears up, and he does it, because that's what men do. I chose a half measure when I should have gone all the way. I'll never make that mistake again. Regret is my constant companion. You learn to live with it, but you never escape it. If you don't know who I am, then maybe your best course would be to tread lightly. I hide in plain sight because power without discipline is chaos. Sometimes it's not about right or wrong. It's about how much you're willing to sacrifice to be remembered. Someone has to protect this family from the man who protects this family. Never give up control. Live life on your own terms. Revenge is a luxury for those who have already won. The moral of the story is, choose a path and walk it fully. Half measures destroy everything. No one ever wins. We just survive a little longer than the next guy. If you believe there's a hell, then we're already in it. You clearly don't know who you're talking to. I'm the man who killed Gus Fring. Power is like gravity. Once you have it, everything else falls into place. You know what's the hardest thing about being honest? It never pays what lies can pay. There's chemistry in every choice. Every reaction has a consequence. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. You think I came this far to let something as small as conscience stop me? A man's character is defined by the decisions he makes when he thinks no one is watching. I did everything for this family, and then I realized I was the only one who believed that lie. You can't make up for a lifetime of bad choices in one good act, but you do it anyway, because trying counts. You don't just stop being who you are because it hurts. You live with it, and you try to be better. Sometimes, the only way to find your worth is to lose everything that ever made you feel safe. Never let pride be your downfall. It whispers sweetly, right before it destroys you. The moral line doesn't vanish. You just stop seeing it. Half measures are what get people killed. Full measures are what get you remembered. I told myself I did it for them. But really, I did it because I was good at it. And when you're good at something, you don't walk away. You can't keep burning bridges and expect the world to build you a new one. Power doesn't corrupt. It reveals. Patience is the tool of those who understand time is an ally. A man who's afraid to die is a man who's never truly lived. Don't mistake calm for weakness. The ocean looks still before it takes you under. When you lie to protect someone, you start living in the lie yourself. Control is an illusion created by those who have nothing left to lose. Sometimes the worst part isn't losing people. It's realizing they were never yours to begin with. I don't believe in luck. I believe in strategy. The man who can't face himself is already dead. The world isn't fair, but it's consistent. It rewards preparation. When you decide to be something, you stop asking for permission. The only way to appear harmless is to be dangerous in silence. After a while, the lies stop hurting. that's when you know you've lost yourself. I wasn't expecting forgiveness, only understanding. There's a difference. The moral of this story is simple. Once you decide to step forward, you can never go back. Revenge is not business. It's distraction disguised as justice. In the quiet between choices, that's where the man you really are speaks. You can't reason with chaos. You can only prepare for it. If you're good at something, never do it for free. But don't let the money own your soul. What's the point of being sorry when nothing you do can change it? I learned something from all this. Power doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you always were. You think you can hide the truth behind good intentions, but lies have a way of living longer than love. Never underestimate the calm man in the room. He's already decided how you'll fall. I did everything I said I would do. I became the man I told myself I'd never be. You either learn patience, or life teaches it to you the hard way. You can't keep walking into the fire and call it ambition. It's just pride that hasn't burned yet. I've lost count of how many times I said I'd stop. That's how addiction works. You get addicted to pain. We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. Fear is a currency. The wise invest it, the foolish spend it. There's something freeing about being the villain. No more pretending. You don't fix the past. You outlast it. There's no such thing as half a man. You're either all in or you're nothing. You wanted control, Walter, but you forgot control doesn't mean peace. All I wanted was to matter to someone. Instead, I became a problem to everyone. A man who justifies everything eventually forgets what needs justifying. When emotion enters the room, logic quietly exits. I've crossed too many lines to remember where I started. I built something from nothing. I became something. And then, I watched it all slip away. Not because I failed, but because I couldn't let go. The only thing I'm guilty of is doing what every man dreams of, breaking free. You can't keep pretending the blood washes off. It never does. You asked me why I did it. I was good at it. That's the truth you couldn't accept. When discipline becomes habit, victory becomes natural. I used to be afraid of dying. Now I'm afraid of dying without meaning. You can't win them all, but you can win the ones that matter, and that's enough. There's a price for greatness. It's paid in solitude. You keep saying you did it for your family. Maybe you just wanted to prove you could. No matter how smart you are, you can't outthink consequence. A calm mind is the most dangerous weapon a man can carry. I have lived more in these last 2 years than most people do in a lifetime. You say it was all for us, but you never asked what we wanted. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a man I didn't recognize, and for the first time, I was proud. There's no changing the past. There's only deciding how much of it you'll carry. I told myself I was doing this for love. But love doesn't destroy everything it touches. We're all just one bad decision away from becoming someone else. You can't build an empire and keep your soul intact. One of them has to burn. Patience, Walter. The world bends to those who wait without emotion. I spent my life obeying rules written by lesser men. I finally wrote my own, and that was my sin. You can't fix people. You can only leave them better than you found them. It's funny. When you stop being afraid of losing everything, That's when you finally start living. All I ever wanted was out. Turns out, the only way out is through. We are what we choose to hide. That's the only truth that matters.